All right, folks, welcome back to East Potomac Golf Links in Washington, D.C. I'm playing the blue course today. I'm on the back nine now, and if you haven't watched the front nine, make sure you do that. Front nine was a little rough for me, but I finished with a birdie on nine, so let's see how I can work off that on the back. The blue course here was designed by Walter Travis in 1920, and it was a model for municipal golf in the United States when it opened. You never know what you'll see at East Potomac Golf Links. Could be a president. Warren G. Harding liked to play here. It could be a congressperson, or it could be helicopters, which are a frequent sight. So here's what's in the bag for this round, sponsored by Stewart and Jacoby. I'm using my primary Hickory set, which are 2 replica woods from Louisville Golf, 5 authentic irons, and my trusty Tom Stewart RTJ putter, and my ball is a Wilson Zip with a custom mesh pattern. Here's the scorecard for the back. Again, I mentioned in the front nine that I was playing this at 6,200 yards off the white tees, which I felt was a little too long for me with the Hickory clubs. The number 10 is a short par 4 at 302 yards, so easy way to get back into the round after that birdie on 9. But I ended up pushing this tee shot right. This was really frustrating for me because I hit a really good tee shot on 9. I'm not sure what I did different there. But I was on the right side, couldn't find my ball either. There were a bunch of random range balls over here, and didn't want to hold up play. So ended up taking a drop, unfortunately, and hit a good shot there, but as you'll see in a second, kind of ruined my opportunity for par here by losing my ball. I got a good chip up there with the mashie. The putter was working pretty good for me on the front, getting me close or getting me in as in on 9. And that was a nice way to keep the putter going. So number 11 is a par 3, 167 yards. You remember from the front nine, I was having some trouble off the tee using the 21-degree Jack White spoon, so I switched to the Tom Stewart Auto Hackbarth 2-iron, but end up still pushing it off the tee. So I'm getting pretty frustrated here that I haven't found a club yet to hit on the par 3s. So working off the right side, using the mashie to chip this up. It's got a little bit too much of the rough there before it got into the fairway, and it slowed it down enough to keep it from getting up on the green. But I'm thinking of what I did on 9, and hoping I can do it again here with the putter. But it wasn't to be. Left that a little too short. I got another mid-range putt here. Just lipped out. Still pretty satisfied with what the putter's doing for me today. Our number 12 is a par 5, 456 yards. Starting to go away from the clubhouse now, down the peninsula. And that was a pretty good swing. Nice tempo there. Got a little unlucky with where it ended up, but was satisfied that it was pretty straight in front of me. So rough was pretty thin over here, using the Tom Stewart Auto Hackbarth 2-iron and just dug it behind the ball too much there, so didn't get a ton of distance on that one. Not even worth a shot tracer. Using the same club though, decent lie here, and that was the swing I was trying to put on the previous shot. This one though got an unlucky bounce toward that bunker. It actually ended up going out of play here, so I took a drop behind the bunker and then I did that.
Unbelievable.
You try not to think about the worst case scenario, but often when you're chipping from behind a bunker, that's what happens. But I got a nice out here. I was pretty satisfied with that out. Just nipped it off the sand. Wasn't really fluffy sand here in the bunkers. And as I tap in, look over my shoulder there, and you see 2 other helicopters that are a little different than the first. I'm going to guess that's President Biden. Or maybe not. All right, number 13, par 4, 354 yards. Got a tight fairway here off the tee. Tree lined on both sides, but it opens up after the trees. And my intent here was to hit a draw, and that's exactly what I did. Not often that I do that off the tee.
Actually got a draw on that one.
Put me on the left side here, so using the mashie from the rough. I was real happy with the contact I had there and the result. So I've got myself a birdie opportunity here. I'm going to leave the putt short. And then, this is a lesson to everybody. Mark your ball. Don't just tap in a par putt, because that always happens. You never tap in a par putt there from that distance, at least not me. So, fumbled my way past a par there, which is stupid. And number 14, par 4, 389 yards, similar to the previous hole. And I'm thinking draw again off the tee. This one was a little bit higher than the last, but it still ended up drawing a little bit. So I'm feeling really good with the brassy now. Set in the middle of the fairway, and I figure I'll give the Jack White spoon one more try in this round, and it paid off there. I've said before that I hit 1 out of every 10 shots well with that club, and that was my 1 out of 10. Got me over here on the rough, but I was able to use the mashie and kind of chip this up. I got a bad bounce though, and it went across the green a little bit further than I wanted to, leave me with this putt. I mentioned here I thought this was a really pretty part of the course. You're pretty close to the end of the peninsula, and you can see the river from a lot of angles here through the trees, so I thought that was cool. So we're moving on to 15, par 3, 162 yards. I decide that I'm going to use the mashie off the tee even though I can't hit it 162 yards. I figure if I'm in the front of the green, that's fine. I still end up pushing it right, but I was pretty satisfied with the distance. It would have been perfect if it was right in front of the green. But using the mashie again here, and this was probably the shot of the round for me. Had some rough and that cart path to navigate, but I ended up chipping that real close. And that was a pretty nice up and down. So number 16 is a par 4, 419 yards, and we're starting to head back toward the clubhouse. There's the Washington Monument again in the distance. A good target line. I ended up going left here. Still, there's plenty of room on that left side. And ended up getting close to this tall grass over here, but it was all right. The rough was trimmed pretty nice here, and I got good contact again with the mashie to put this right in front of the green. So again, using the mashie to chip up, and I'm getting some pretty good timing now with this shot. Another close one. Yeah, I knew right away that I did not hit that putt. Those are frustrating. But 2 putt to tap in there. Number 17 is a par 5, 546 yards. This one was tricky off the tee. Looked like you had more room on the right side. I didn't mean to go this far right, but I also didn't realize how close those trees were over there on the right side. So unfortunately I ended up losing the ball and the brush on the right there, so I take a drop and I'm using the Tom Stewart 2-iron to get back into play here. And that was a pretty good shot right there. Got me back into the fairway, and I figured I'd try out the Dysart Spalding jigger here. This club's given me trouble lately, but that shot was pretty good. Right distance, off on the left side of the green. So now I'm using the mashie once again. And again, pretty good result. Left me with this medium range one, which I've been missing so far in this round, but that one went in. All right, so heading home, number 18 is a par 4, 371 yards. Here's a closer look at the Walter Hagen Special by Louisville Golf that I like to use off the tee. It's my driving brassy. And that was a nice swing and a real nice way to finish off the tee for the round. Real happy with that one. So figured I used the jigger again. Had a good result. Previous hole, not there. That's usually what I do with the jigger. Left me with another comfortable shot though with the mashie. Just got an unfortunate bounce there right in front of the green to put that left of the hole, but not too far in the distance. And right behind me here you see the double-decker driving range, real popular feature here at East Potomac. So as I tap in here to finish my round at East Potomac, I want to thank you for watching, and also remind you to check out StewartJacoby.com to buy the pencil bag that I use, which you see here. You could buy head covers, valuable pouches, all kinds of really cool accessories made here in the United States. Use the promo code HickoryHacker21 to save 10% on your purchase. Thanks again for watching. I'll be back next week with another course vlog. Please make sure to like and subscribe.